Welcome to Asnamoo Immigration Canada, the YouTube channel where you can learn everything about immigration to Canada. In this video, we will talk about how you can convert your Canadian visit visa to a work visa or permit. A visit visa, also known as a temporary resident visa, allows you to enter Canada for a short period of time, usually up to 6 months. However, a visit visa does not allow you to work in Canada. If you want to work in Canada, you need a work permit, which is a document that authorizes you to work for a specific employer or in an open labor market. There are 2 types of work permits, employer-specific and open. An employer-specific work permit allows you to work for one employer only, while an open work permit allows you to work for any employer in Canada. Both types of work permits have different eligibility requirements and application processes. So, how can you convert your visit visa to a work permit? Well, it depends on your situation and the type of work permit you want to apply for. If you are outside Canada and you have a valid job offer from a Canadian employer, you can apply for an employer-specific work permit before you travel to Canada. You will need to submit an online application with supporting documents, such as your passport, your job offer letter, and a Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA, or an LMIA exempt offer of employment. An LMIA is a document that shows that there is a need for a foreign worker and that no Canadian worker is available to do the job. An LMIA exempt offer of employment is a document that shows that your employer is exempt from the LMIA requirement because of certain factors, such as the nature of the job, the trade agreements, or the benefits to Canada. If you are inside Canada and you have a valid job offer from a Canadian employer, you can also apply for an employer-specific work permit without leaving the country. This is possible because of a temporary policy change that was introduced in August 2020 and extended until February 2025 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. To be eligible for this option, you must meet the following criteria. You must be physically present in Canada when you apply for the work permit. You must stay in Canada while your application is being processed. You must have valid status in Canada as a visitor on the day you apply for the work permit. You must have a job offer that is supported by an LMIA or an LMIA exempt offer of employment. You must submit an online application for an employer-specific work permit no later than February 28, 2025. If you meet these criteria, you can follow the same steps as if you were applying from outside Canada. However, if you held a valid work permit in the past 12 months, you can also request interim work authorization to start working for your new employer more quickly while your application is being processed. If you want to apply for an open work permit, the options are more limited. Generally, open work permits are only available for certain categories of applicants, such as spouses or common law partners of Canadian citizens or permanent residents, spouses or common law partners of foreign workers or international students, international students who have graduated from a Canadian post-secondary institution, participants in certain international exchange programs, refugees or refugee claimants, vulnerable workers who are experiencing abuse or are at risk of abuse in their employment. If you belong to one of these categories, you can apply for an open work permit either before or after you enter Canada, depending on your eligibility. You will need to submit an online application with supporting documents, such as your passport, your proof of relationship or status, and your proof of fees payment. You will also need to pay an additional fee of $100 for the open work permit holder fee. If you do not belong to any of these categories, it is very unlikely that you can convert your visit visa to an open work permit. In that case, you will need to find an eligible employer who can offer you a job and support your application for an employer-specific work permit. As you can see, converting your visit visa to a work visa or permit is not impossible, but it requires careful planning and preparation. You should always check the latest information and requirements on the official website of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada, IRCC, before applying. You should also consult with a qualified immigration consultant or lawyer if you need professional advice or assistance. We hope this video was helpful and informative. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos on immigration to Canada. Thank you for watching and see you next time.